Okay, welcome everyone. Mica has recently shared their second global developer blog answering a lot of questions and concerns from global players. If you are unaware, Girls Frontline 2 has been getting into quite a lot of drama or controversy recently with a lot of negative press about it, since they released the 3D Elmo crew deck update in CN server and introduced a new gacha system for obtaining premium skins like the Klukai swimsuit skin with various little story interactions tied to it. Of course, no one liked that stuff, and the CN community was really angry about it. In a few comments in some of my previous videos, I did mention that although I'm completely F2P and the skin gacha thing especially wouldn't affect me, I'm still not a fan of that system either. But I don't usually make videos covering drama or controversies per se. I usually make guides or solutions, patch updates, etc. But even besides the gacha skin controversy, there are a lot of other issues, small and big, that are slowly bundling up, and with the big skin gacha update, most of the communities reached a breaking point and it really went downhill from there. Right now you can check, it's rated overwhelmingly negative on Steam, while it was very positive before this controversy. And you can see from the graph, it all happened after August 1, when the CN crew deck update along with the skin gacha dropped. The CN community did receive some communication and update about all their issues only a couple days back from Mica, but I wasn't expecting them to address the global community in English as well. So that's a somewhat positive outcome, I guess. We still need to know what they said in there, and so that's why I'm making this video now that we have a global update on the situation, and I think that's worth sharing. I will provide context to every situation before I read their answer and then see if their answer is good enough, I guess. I don't think everyone's happy and dandy after these answers, we'll see. Also, please like and subscribe if you want me to cover such different types of content or topics on GFL2 in future. Anyway, let's get started. Dear commanders, it's been 8 months since global launch. We received support, feedback and suggestions from commanders. I think this is just the preface to their questionnaire. They are saying our goal is to listen more closely to our commanders worldwide, which if true is really good. Usually in lots of other games cases, only the CN voice matters. But I think GFL2 has been more popular globally since launch than even in CN. So nice to see them listening to the global audience as well. Good. Anyway, let's move on to the actual Q&A. The crew deck was recently launched on the simplified Chinese servers. When will it arrive on the global servers, and will the price point of the newly released outfit, procurement and furniture shop be adjusted? Okay, this is the big question regarding the whole skin gacha drama. So before we see their answer, let me give a bit of context. The 3D crew deck update has been announced a long time ago, and CN was waiting for its release on August 1st along with the new Klukai swimsuit skin to arrive. But Mica did not announce at any point that the new skins will be dropping with a brand new gacha system. So it was all new info right before the update. So now we got a character banner, a weapon banner and a skin banner in the game, which is ridiculous. And the skin banner itself is outrageous. It has a PT count at 100, meaning it can cost you up to $200 to get that Klukai skin. The skin itself is customizable and the other skin parts are also obtained from the gacha. Even if you get the full skin, you can still lack many parts. There are other 4-star skins, animations and weapon skins etc. on that banner as well, which have no PT. So theoretically you could miss all those even after 100 pulls. There's no other way to obtain any of these outside the gacha, and the crew deck interactive stories are tied to these. For F2Ps, the income of free pulls on that banner was so slow that you could barely reach hard PT right before the banner ended, and that is like over 10 months or something, I think. Another big issue was the macchiato animation. You remember this animation, right? It was advertised to be included with the skin, but they only added this animation with the crew deck update and you needed to pay more just for this animation. So the players who bought the skin before for the animation were literally scammed. It should have dropped free with that skin. Anyway, this is like a very brief context to what happened in the beginning. Expectedly, the CN as well as global community were upset with this whole update and started screaming. Initially, Mica just gave out 5 more gacha pulls as an apology the next day, which seemed like a fuck you to your face, not gonna lie. So the top CN platoons as an alliance directly reached out to Mica devs to discuss these things in a proper meetup. They weren't taking any of this bullshit and organized a boycott until their demands were met. Mica then announced that they will have an offline meeting with some of these representative CN players from the top alliances to discuss all the issues, and that meeting happened on August 17th. And this is the aftermath of that meeting, where they released their answers to the questions and their future plans to tackle it. The CN players had a lot of asks in that meeting and many that could affect global as well. So let's see what things Mica are addressing for the global players. This has been a major point of discussion and we are implementing a number of improvements to both the current and future banners. Okay. Improving ways to acquire the item needed to unlock the exclusive macchiato interaction. While it will still be available in shop, there will be ways to acquire it for free through certain event. Nice. They tackled one problem. I think in the latest CN update, they can get it from the Elmo's Wishing Well event on day 3 for free. Okay, this issue was purely false advertisement from their side and they could be sued in China for that, I think. So they immediately rectified it. Good. Number 2. They are saying purple quality outfits that were previously only available from the gacha can be directly bought from the shop as well, like the Andoris outfit. Again, that's a good outcome. Hopefully the price still stays in the same ballpark of the current ones though. Number 3, they are improving the gold rewards in the skin gacha and adding more actually useful items like cores and chips in the pool, as well as improving the gold item PT. Sounds like it's a bit better than what it's right now. I think people are asking for more useful items so that failed pools don't feel absolutely dog shit, and there's some silver lining, so this could be a good change. And number 4, they are reducing the furniture cost to 40% of the original price. Again, I think CN people did ask for the decrease. I'm not sure the full math on these things, but good, I guess. The crew deck update when it comes to global will come with all these changes, so we will get the latest version when it drops. We will be given 30 pools for free at the start and there will be more ways to earn them for free players. The update will come later though, no dates mentioned. That's it. This is all of their response to the skin gacha drama. So let me tell you guys, the gacha system is not going away. It stays. I mean, that was kinda predictable, but people were asking to reduce the hard PT from 100 to 70 for the Klukai skin or reduce each pool cost. Didn't happen. So the skin still cost $200 at full price. Only the purple skins will have direct purchase options. Macchiato interaction can be earned free, furnitures cost less now, and there's better items in the skin gacha pool. I think the fact that the gacha is still there and nothing really changed for the Klukai skin and this will be the new norm for upcoming ultra premium outfits from now on doesn't sit well with the community still, and I can definitely agree with that. To me, it looks like these answers were already prepared by them even before the offline meeting with the CN players. I really hope they make more changes in coming future to make this better. Otherwise, a good chunk of the player base will lose faith forever and that's kinda GG, I guess. Let's see the next question. Will there be an accelerated patch update release schedule for the global servers? Will the global servers eventually be synced up with the CN server? Okay, I think I read in one of their interviews recently where they mentioned that they are planning to sync up global and CN eventually. This is a very delicate topic and it's really hard to handle it correctly. I love the concept of being synced, but I don't like the consequences of that on the global players. By the way, this already happened. The big Springfield and Perry update on global was only one patch instead of two. In their livestream, they were hyping it up saying, wow, you don't have to wait so long for the next part of the story. But this is really bad for F2P players. We literally lost one patch worth of rewards compared to the CN players. They keep releasing new units every, I think 3 weeks? New units are getting better and better and F2Ps are now getting even less rewards to save up for pulling them. There was no compensation for reducing the Springfield update patch length. So I don't like the idea of them accelerating the global servers to catch up with CN in the expense of F2P players and the community earning less rewards. It creates more FOMO and forces you to spend more. That's predatory and yeah, it's one of my big personal issues with the game since the Springfield update. Okay, they are saying here that they do plan to synchronize the two servers instead of keeping the 1 year gap so that commanders worldwide can experience the new story and events at the same time. That's really good, but how? It's a long-term goal and we will not rush or blindly accelerate patch updates. What do you mean? You already did it. But instead take multiple factors into account, yada yada, okay? Do they talk about any compensation or rewards for the in-game pool economy? Potential downside of the accelerated patch updates, and we have arrived at the following course of action. Firstly, details of future patch update acceleration will be distributed through official channels such as the Bailan Island Emergency Shelter broadcast. In addition, when accelerating patch updates, we will provide appropriate giveaway events as compensation to make up for currency that have been lost as a result of the speed up. Said giveaways will factor in the size of the update, commanders' feedback, and other factors. For more details on these additional giveaways, please refer to upcoming official announcements. No details, but they are saying that they would compensate rewards with giveaway events. I don't know what that means, and what about the already lost rewards? They didn't say anything about that. I'm very skeptic about it and will keep an eye out for how they handle it. I would encourage you to react as well if you feel what they are doing not enough in future updates. Question 3. Gunsmoke Frontline is very time consuming. Do you plan to make improvements to it? Okay, wow, it's a good question. I didn't think they would address it though. I have reached a point where I can max score in Gunsmoke, but doing that twice every day manually for a whole week and then it comes back in like 10 days later is really tedious and makes me slowly hate that game mode. They need to reduce the frequency of this game mode or the length of a season or something good. Let's see what they are saying. Our first round of improvements to the global servers will focus on 2 key directions: making team planning easier and number 2, enhancing scoring methods in auto battle mode. We hope these updates will reduce both the time investment and difficulties in game controls commanders are currently facing. At the same time, a brand new platoon game mode is also in development. Again, I don't know what either of those 2 points actually mean. Making team planning is not the big problem, I think. By enhancing auto battle performance, if they can do it so once I play one round manually and next time I auto with the same team, it will play exactly like how I played before, that could be good, so you don't have to manual every day. But we will have to see what they mean by that as well. And a new platoon game mode is welcome, so okay, this is kinda acceptable answer, but in fact it didn't really answer much anyway, whatever. Question 4. The game's routine content is too repetitious and the dailies feel tedious. Can this be improved? Another somewhat good question. I don't think that dailies are that big of a problem. They take 2 minutes, honestly. But my issue is with new units that are released that are so overpowered, there's not much difficulty in a lot of game modes. When Klukai released early in global, some people were fearful of early power creeps, but it wasn't that bad. But I've seen the state of CN meta after AK-15 released, especially PvP is completely dead. And every time I see they are improving and enhancing auto battle feature, making everything an auto battler, which is good for casual players who only want to play for short times and mainly focus on waifu collecting. But there should be things to do for those who want to play the game as well. It's slowly becoming a visual novel for me, with periodic chapter releases that are sometimes not that good either. Global main story didn't progress for a long time, so yeah, the current state doesn't really motivate me to play every day like it used to few months ago. Let's see what they're saying about it though. Improving the PvP game mode, developing a practical assist function for daily missions and so on. We will port it over to the global servers ASAP. Okay, that seems like good news to me. I don't want everything to change and cater to tryhard players. There should be things to do for both casuals and those who want some challenges that's actually rewarding. And a list of upcoming events. Phase Clash, Extreme Peak, Story Event, Heroic Difficulty, new coordination drills, more limited time events. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this answer. If they are planning to sync up the servers eventually and they are releasing a lot of OP units early in global, they do need to bring some of the harder contents early as well to maintain the balance. And I think the new upcoming game modes and events could be good for the player base overall. And I think that's all the Q&A we got from Mica for the global servers. What do you guys think? Have you been following every news? Are you content with the response or do you have a different stance on the matter? Let me know in the comments and share your thoughts. I usually try to stay out from corporation drama. I play a free-to-play gacha game as a free-to-play player. I will play it as long as I enjoy playing it. When I stop enjoying it, I'll drop the game. Easy as. I have no sunk cost fallacy and I can move on to a different game. There's lots of choices out there. You don't have to play a game if you hate it. You are meant to have fun playing video games. That's my thoughts. If you liked my yapping and want to see me yap more, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.